Hi, and we are here with April Dunn today, and she is a former youth ambassador. And April, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me, Courtney, on our lovely credit union chapter television show.
Yes. So April, what year were you the youth ambassador?
I was the youth ambassador in 2012 through 2013.
Okay. And so have you always been this comfortable with being in front of a crowd and doing competitions like that?
Gosh, no. No, I thought that the youth ambassador program would be a really cool way to step outside of my comfort zone. I used to strongly dislike public speaking. I would get very nervous. I would feel like I was shaking. My face would get red. I was as uncomfortable with public speaking as you could possibly be, but I thought that by taking part in the program and forcing myself outside of my comfort zone, I would get some more practice and become a little bit more comfortable, which has worked for me. So
it does work. I know that because she pushes me out there to do things like this, public speaking. So
part of the downside of being my friend, you get pushed into things.
But it's also a positive. Okay, yes it is. So what was your experience like with the competition itself? I know it's a couple-day process when you actually get to the competition, but what is it like?
Yeah, so I lost twice. I competed at my credit union 2 times and I was able to win that level, but then I made it to our chapter level, which is that second stage, and I lost at our chapter both times. I was really, really bummed because I thought that I had done a good job and I didn't understand why I didn't get it. So I actually took some public speaking classes after that second one at a night school that we have local by, and that gave me a little bit more experience. And about 2 weeks before the 2012 event in Pittsburgh, our chapter president called me and she let me know that the current youth ambassador was not going to be competing, that she had left her credit union, and they asked if I could go, and I said yes. I hung up the phone call and became very nervous and immediately regretted that decision, but I'm really glad that I stuck through with it, and it was such a cool experience. I would not change it for the world.
Yeah, it's really great to push yourself out of that comfort zone, especially being a young professional involved in so much. So since the competition and winning, what has your experience been, your involvement with the Youth Ambassador competition, that whole program been like?
Well, with the Youth Ambassador program, I've gotten to go to several different chapter meetings and speak to their youth ambassadors and see their competitions, which has been really cool. And then outside of the Youth Ambassador program, but within the credit union industry, I kind of jokingly say that no one ever told me to stop showing up. So after my year was over of being youth ambassador, I just kept showing up places, and I would go to meetings and I would take a personal day and just go to an event. And I really loved that networking that I had learned through my youth ambassador program. But so now I do some work with our credit union foundation, the Pennsylvania Credit Union Foundation, which is a really cool experience because there are nothing but CEOs and senior management on that. And to be able to have the experience of hearing how they even just make discussions and how they make decisions is invaluable. It's so valuable to me. And then for them to even want my feedback of, hey, what's going on with the Young Professionals Network? What's going on your side? It's cool that they're interested as well. I also have gotten a lot more involved with our chapter. I was able to be the 2015 Credit Union Rock Star through the CUNA program.
She's a rock star.
And that was really cool. So we had, I believe, 3 from Pennsylvania altogether, which is awesome. And then I like meeting new people, and it's been really cool. As far as my year that I was a youth ambassador, though, in 2012 to 2013, I went to Louisiana. I was able to go to the National Youth Involvement Board Conference, and that was completely paid for, so that was an experience I wouldn't have had otherwise. And then I also was interviewed by Terry Madonna on Pennsylvania Newsmakers with Jim McCormick, who was the president and CEO at the time of PCUA, and that was my first time ever being on TV. We also started the Young Professionals Network for Pennsylvania Young Professionals. So really it's just been the coolest experience.
Yeah, I love being a member of that, and thank you for getting me involved in that and the chapter. But I can speak as far as being there at the Youth Ambassador competition, not able to compete because I was old, but
which we all are now.
Yeah, but it was a great experience just to see what goes into the whole competition and what these young professionals put into their presentations and the long test. But it's just so worth it for that networking opportunity, and you really get a lot of personal and career growth. So I love it. Well, April, thank you so much for sharing that experience with us.
Thank you, and I just want to wish very heartfelt good luck to all of the youth ambassadors for this year. Good luck, guys.
Good luck.